Seahawks have used the first of those 3 timeouts, 2 in the 2-minute warning left. Williams, mid in the hole by Drake Thomas. And with this, it'll go down to the 2-minute warning and a 2-point game. 21-19. Just when it looked like the Rams were threatening to pull away, the Seahawks said not so fast. Defense looking for one more stand to give the offense one more shot.
On the 12th day of winter, the Jeep brand gave to me 12 switchbacks winding, 11 rubber duckies, 10-inch touchscreen, 9 pine tree sparkling, 8 decades going, 7 slots of shiny, skipping a few, 3 rows of seating, 2-finger.
Season of 2021. San Francisco's up big. They're on the way to 7-4. One of these teams will stick along at the top of the division as we get close to Thanksgiving. Out of the 2-minute warning, 2nd and 10. It's Nakua again to the right side this time. He's met at the line of scrimmage by Kobe Bryant. Shot out of a cannon from his safety spot. It's 3rd long as they use their 2nd timeout. That's how you teach him right there.
Wow, but watch him come from his high safety spot. They still played 2 split safeties, which I really like in these situations. You put a bunch of the bodies on the line of scrimmage, but keep your 2 safeties split, so now you have run support on both sides of the defense.
So, 1 timeout, a minute 50. If you're Sean McVay, do you throw here? Do you force him to use the last timeout and play conservative?
If you do try to throw it, right, you've got to trust your veteran quarterback that at the end of the play, if nothing's there, either take the sack, right, force Seattle to take their last timeout. This ball cannot end up, if you do throw it, cannot end up incomplete. It's easy catch, handoff, or just take the sack if it's not there.
Field goal beats you at this point. They are going to look to throw. Stafford throws incomplete, and the clock is dead at a minute 50.
That's what you can't.
Worst case scenario for Stafford and the Rams.
Man, that's just, you can't do it. Devontae Adams, he thought he was going to sit in that soft zone. Stafford thinks he's going to keep coming across the field, so watch. It's a little juke route. Stafford thinks he's going to come out of that little hesitation and keep coming across the field. He doesn't. Now, minute 50, and they have a timeout. That's worst case.
Seahawks looking like they're coming after this punt from Ethan Evans. They drop off. Shaheed watches it bounce inside the 5 and out of bounds inside the 1. Wow, Ethan Evans. There's no way he's ever made a better play.
That is, I mean, you couldn't walk and place the ball in a better spot for that moment. Oh my gosh.
That's a hole in 1.
It looked like you at a 56 degree from about 110. Look at that. Oh my God. Remember if it hits the pylon, would have been a touchback. He missed the pylon by about 6 inches.
And so, from inside their own 1, the Seahawks take over. Down 2 with a minute 41 left. On a day where they've turned it over 4 times, it feels like they have no business having a shot. They do? Can they take advantage?
First order of business, just get Sam Darnold out of the end zone.
Trying to do it himself. Barner fights for the sideline and gets there. Jalen McCullough the tackle. Actually, they're going to say that he was down in bounds, and so the clock winds.
Ball tipped. Tom's a little late getting out to the flag. Just taking too long getting lined up.
Minute 20, about 10 seconds from off, more than that. After Barner's unable to get out of bounds. Darnold out of his end zone again, hit at the line. Poona Ford got his hand on it. 3rd and 6 with a minute 11.
Yeah, you got to remember, he's only been here now a couple weeks. I mean, how many reps has he probably taken in a 2-minute type situation in this Seahawks offense? I know he's got some familiarity with the Kubiak system from their time last year in New Orleans, but you can see they're having to kind of get him lined up with these plays, and they're wasting a lot of time.
Third and 6. 4-man rush. Over the middle, Barner. That's a first down. Tackled by Durant. Minute 5. Holding on to that last timeout still.
Hold on to that timeout as long as you can. A really long completion. God forbid a sack. You're saving it for a situation like that.
Darnold has all day this time to the sideline for Kupp and incomplete. You need to get it to about the 43 to have any kind of shot at a field goal to win it. The 40 will get it to Jason Myers season long, which he hit earlier today. 47 seconds, the 1 timeout.
An important thing here, if you're Seattle, you don't feel like you have to run everything out towards the boundary. You're not really desperate to get out of bounds. You still have that last timeout, so they can work anywhere on the field, but you're hoping that after that timeout, it comes after a chunk play. So you're trying to gain as much as you can and then use the timeout.
Darnold moved off his spot, pressured by Young. Charbonnet hit by Curl and out of bounds. 40 seconds. 3rd down coming up here.
Hey, see Sean McVay, he's asking the official why they stopped the clock. So the rule under 2 minutes goes at home. Just the rule is if you're being contacted going out of bounds, you have to be going forward. If you're going sideways or backwards as being contacted, they are going to roll that clock. That's what McVay was arguing.
Seemed to have a pretty good case there. 3rd and 6, 40 seconds. Smith and Jigba for a first down. 35 seconds. Down to 30 seconds left. Still have the timeout.
Just taking so much time.
Yeah, every second precious. Darnold heaving sideline. Smith and Jigba again goes out of bounds at the 37. Small bites. 17 seconds. And they're about 20 yards out of field goal range right here.
Hey. What's that?
They said that Charbonnet was still moving
Yeah, I think he was. I think most of the time in these situations, it's got to be clear cut. But
Can I finish watching the Seahawks games? There's only like 30 seconds left.
Take a timeout.
But is it 30 football seconds or 6 minutes?
30 football seconds. 17 football seconds.
Jason Myers has hit from 61 in his career. That was years ago. And so he's got a big enough leg where you can dream about it. You get the ball to about the 44, 45-yard line. 17 seconds, the one timeout. You got, what, 2 plays to do that?
Yeah, so again, every time you get out of bounds, your odds of running another play, of course, increase. But right now, it feels like they got that timeout in their pocket, but you got to get a chunk, right? It's got to be an explosive play, because if you get tackled in bounds here and you only gain a couple yards, you don't have time to get up and clock it. You're essentially going to end the game. So you got to get a chunk, take that timeout, and then if you can add a couple more short passes and get out of bounds before you bring out the field goal unit.
17 seconds. From the 38. Only a 3-man rush. Darnold on the move. Clock running as he throws incomplete. Caught the intended receiver.
Yeah, you don't want to go scramble drill in these situations for that exact reason. You're just burning so much clock.
Now feels like we got pretty much one. Smith and Jigba was asking for a penalty.
Wow. Forbes got to win this one there.
So you got to look to get in the field goal range right
Yeah,
here.
they got to throw a big in cut, a big dig, something up the middle. They've got to get a chunk play here at this second level. And there is some space right here.
Darnold going sideline. It's tipped up and incomplete with a flag. Forms the coverage. A flag flies. And perhaps Smith and Jigba is going to get that flag that he was asking for just to play later.
Yeah, there it is. There's the pull. It's been 2 plays in a row.
Pass interference. Defense number 1. That ball replaces ball to foul. Automatic. First down.
Yeah, and it's critical there that they deemed that ball was in the air, because if it wasn't, if Darnold was still holding it, it's just holding, and it'd be a 5-yard penalty. So spot of the foul, defensive pass interference, that's critical.
All right, so 5 seconds. You need 6 yards to get it to where Jason Myers has hit his longest shot in his career.
Yeah,
He's in this building, by the way.
Yeah, so you're looking, right now it's catch, get down. It's some sort of inside little sticky route, some sort of little inside slant. See how they're up here pressed? You can't give up big cushion here if you're the Rams. It's got to be catch, get down, throw it.
In
Dude.
a hurry, Shaheed's got it with 1 second, and they give him the timeout.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Great job there by Shaheed, understanding it's catch, get down, timeout. Darnold almost held that ball a little too long.
Just in time to get the timeout in. You talk about saving your last timeout for the literal last second.
Yeah, did you see what the Rams did? They dropped every single defensive lineman. Look, there's not one guy rushing the passer. All 5 offensive linemen are just standing there saying, this is the easiest play I've had of the entire day. They dropped 11 to not let Darnold throw that quick pass over the middle.
Jason Myers, who's made more field goals than anybody in Seahawks history. The longest of his career, a 61-yarder right here in LA in 2000. Or in 2020. LA can use the last time out. Back in week 4 this season, game on the line against Arizona. Nailed a game-winning 52-yarder. Well, the one that he hit here, the 61-yarder that he hit here, that was in an empty stadium in the COVID season. This one in a sold-out SoFi. He's hit his season-long today from 57. Got a couple yards to spare on that one.
Yeah, remember, with these new K-balls, the kicking balls, the rules about what these kickers are allowed to do with them throughout the course of the week is a big factor of why we're seeing longer and longer field goals.
The Seahawks will go as far as Jason Myers can take them. From 61, does he have enough? That is right, and the Rams hang on. Somebody had to win this game, and pass off of the foot of Myers. Fluttering wide to the right and well short. And on a day where both these offenses, so good all season, had a hard time getting it going, the 4 turnovers end up being the differentiator. The Seahawks outgained the Rams by 165 yards, but lose by 2. They turn it over 4 times. They settle for 1 too many field goal attempts, and their 4-game winning streak comes to a close. We'll take a break and be back here in Los Angeles to wrap things up afterwards.
Love that. So for Mom, I was thinking...
I thought she didn't want anything.
Oh, like when she says she doesn't want any fries?
And she eats all her fries.
Exactly. What if we get her the new iPhone 17 Pro at AT&T? We can get their best deal without needing the most expensive plan.
Good call.
And you know, she loves her selfies.
Who's that?
No clue.
Get the all-new iPhone 17 Pro on us. The most powerful iPhone yet. Most expensive plan not required.
It was my idea.
Every who at whom Newville liked Christmas a lot. But without help from Walmart, stress-free it was not.
I wish there was a way for Whoville to get everything they need for the holidays.
Walmart's top brand gifts surprised Mindy Lou.
Walmart has it all. Who guessed it? Who knew?
Walmart has Tony's?
And Nespresso?
Even Apple? Who knew?
On the 12th day of winter, the Jeep brand gave to me 12 switchbacks winding, 11 rubber duckies, 10-inch touchscreen, 9 pine tree sparkling, 8 decades going, 7 spots of shiny, skipping a few, 3 rows of seating, 2 finger waves, and only one.
Jeep, there's only one. Right now during the Jeep Black Friday sales event, purchase and get $4,500 total bonus cash allowance, plus no monthly payments for 90 days on select 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee L models and dealer stock.
Seeking. The unsatisfied. Emotional. Defiant. Those who take things personally. Seeking. Exceptional people to do exceptional things. Seeking. Those who won't rest until there's enough of the medicine they make for everyone who needs it.
Two, please. Make that 3 with the Capital One Saver card. You earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment.
Are you in this one?
Get your tentacles off my 3% cash back. Perfect delivery. What's in your wallet?
Level up with slices and sticks for only $6.99 and get Call of Duty Black Ops 7 rewards.
Feel my wrath.
Nobody games ideal here.
Get slices and sticks and Call of Duty in-game rewards. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza.
You must be Doc Martin.
Prefer Dr. Best.
Doc Martin.
Doc Martin. Doc Martin.
Doc Martin.
Dr. Best, actually.
Welcome to Port Went, Dr. Best, actually.
Part of you being a doctor here is knowing your patient.
I don't care about silly little festivals or gossip like everyone else in this town. I'm here to work. Just leave me alone.
You're the A word, the B word, and the F word.
You're a real charmer, aren't you? Come on.
Admit it.
You're starting to like it here.
Release me, please.
Well, the Rams hang on 21-19, the final score as Cooper Kupp makes his return here to Los Angeles. 8-2, the Rams alone in first. Down to the field now. Pam Oliver's got Matthew Stafford.
Well, Matthew, it certainly got interesting there in the end. Tell me about the fortitude that exists with your team.
Yeah, it was an unbelievable job. Unbelievable job by our defense tonight. They dominated the game. We did just enough to score. Obviously had some opportunities and didn't come away with points early. But it was a total team win. We needed everybody, and great battle. I mean, sometimes these games, don't go perfect, but we find a way to win the game, and that was evident tonight.
Congratulations on it.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
A 5th consecutive win for the Rams. And coming up next on Fox, except on the West Coast, a full lineup starting with Krapopolis and then the Simpsons. Next Sunday, a doubleheader on Fox. Coverage starts at 11 a.m. Eastern with Fox NFL kickoff. Boy, that punt from Ethan Evans wound up needing every yard of that as he pinned him down at the 1. One of the hidden plays in this 2-point win for the Rams.
Here's your play of the day, brought to you by Chef.
Here's Purdy, looking for it all. He's got Kittle there. It's caught. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Fox Sports thanks you for watching this presentation of the National Football League. For NFL news and highlights, go to NFL.com.
No one knows what it's like to be the bad man. To be the sad man. Behind blue eyes.
About 100 yards of offense, another pick, Antonio Johnson making a pay. Ugly day for the Chargers in Florida.
Yeah, and a big shout out to John Hines Allen. He's the Jaguars' all-time sack leader now with 56. Big day for him. All right, let's take a look at San Francisco 49ers taking on the Cardinals. Brock Purdy making his return against the Cardinals today.
Yeah, and San Francisco, they got right to it. They took the lead 14-zip. Right here, George Kittle found the end zone after McCaffrey's early touchdown.
Didn't look like he's missed 6 games with a toe injury at all.
No, this is what San Francisco been waiting for, to get back on the field. They dominated today. McCaffrey, Kittle, everyone in San Fran loves that.
Purdy for 26, 200 yards, 3 touchdowns in his return. Oh, here's Goff. He's looking calm, cool, collected. 3 games with at least 3 touchdowns. No interceptions. We'll see what he has for us tonight in Philly.
Cheer's a dangerous sport. My athletes don't have the benefit of helmets.
Got insurance, so if I get injured, it's gonna put me down.
We've got a great group of kids. Are they perfect? No. Are they good? I would say so.
You gonna be that feisty girl.
Why are you smiling?
Anna, that's the stuff of champions. So we are gonna go out there and we're gonna kick some. That's just good coaching.
Stumble, Friday on NBC and Peacock.
Welcome to the Gordon's Postgame Catch. Let's take you through today's unexpected highlights.
Here comes the Gordon Shrimp.
Ooh, his team really carried him today.
Who doesn't get excited when someone brings the shrimp?
All right, let's move on to that first time out.
Wow, this move really came out of the blue.
Well, they are a good source of protein.
Endless possibilities with those shrimp.
Coach looked pretty mad that the team can't hear over the double-con shrimp.
You just can't be mad at that crunch, though. Well, that's one way to move the sticks.
And with that, ref called snack time. Trusting for tender shrimp, wild-caught fish, and a crunch ready in minutes, Gordon's is showing up for game day in a big way.
Where's the Gordon's fisherman when you need him?
Huey Scruggs, NBC 5 News, at 6 and 10.
It is not the man who commands the field beneath the stadium lights who deserves our highest praise. It is the one out of the arena. Those who offer their hand with no thought of glory. They do not wait for the call, they step forward. So in a world quick to praise talent, let us never forget to honor character.
This is Football Night. Earn your Sunday with Rose.
I earned my Sunday. Did you? A couple of the NFC's best looking to shine in prime time. Lions and Eagles getting set. It's time now for the DraftKings Sportsbook 3 play. Let's check in with Matthew Barrett.
Thanks, Jack. You know, last week Dan Campbell took over the play calling, and Jameer Gibbs had over 170 yards from scrimmage. Now, it was against my Commander, so I don't expect quite that level of production tonight. But Gibbs should once again be heavily involved. So give me 70 scrimmage yards from Jameer Gibbs, a number he's hit in all but 3 games this season. On the Philadelphia side, I love this spot for the Eagles passing game. Lions are missing multiple starters in their secondary, and they play a lot of man coverage, which is important because Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith, and A.J. Brown have been great against man coverage this season. So give me at least 180 passing yards for Jalen Hurts tonight. And with those injuries for Detroit and the favorable matchups it creates for the Philly offense, I think the Eagles can cover tonight. Listen, the Lions are going to put up a fight. They'll keep it close. But the Eagles are so dominant at home, I say they win by at least a field goal tonight. And that's my DraftKings 3 play.
All right, Matthew, and for the Eagles to win, one of those guys they will need, linebacker Nakobe Dean, had that key strip sack last week in the win over the Packers. Just 24 years old and off the field, already impacting the community.
Kind Hearts for Life is the foundation that me and my mother started. You know, our motto is reaching for the hand but touching the heart.
What are we looking at right here?
Yeah.
The mission of Kind Hearts is to not only, give back to the community, but to inspire the next group of leaders.
Hey, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Cold drives or the food drives or the toy drives, everything we've done throughout the years. Just seeing the faces of the kids and the family means the world to me.
So Dean, just one more draft pick that hit by GM Howie Roseman these last few years, Coach. 8 picks in the first 3 rounds to build the foundation of their defense. 4 of those were first-round picks, of course, headlined by Jalen Carter, then in free agency. They found all-pro linebacker in Zach Vaughn, plus Brandon Graham's leadership, that returns. And finally, as we know, Howie, always aggressive at the trade deadline, sent a 3rd-round pick to Miami for 26-year-old edge rusher and Jalen Phillips. And this is a contract year for Phillips as well. What do you make of the move?
Hey, I loved it. I thought he knocked it out the park. I think Jalen is a really good pass rusher, but the thing that gets me excited about him, Coach, is that not only does he rush the passer, but he stops to run and plays a lot of passing.
And he's reuniting with his old defensive coordinator, Vic Fangio, with the Eagles. And Vic wants to dominate up front with those 4 down linemen. Let his secondary just play the back end. And that's what they do. They bring those waves of defenders up front. They harass you. They've got to get Jared Goff off this spot tonight.
Yeah, and for me, Coach, I look at that front 7 and those defensive tackles of the Eagles. They're going to have to do a great job of those double teams, getting off those blocks of the double team. And I look at, you talk about Nakobe Dean, he's going to have to tackle well in the open field against Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs.
So it's going to bring that run game, no doubt about it.
And Coach, sad news as well this week. Kenny Easley, Hall of Fame safety. I know that you knew him well. How will you remember him?
Oh, Kenny, competitive, toughest guy that I've probably ever been around. We're in the 1984 Pro Bowl, Rodney. He blows a guy up, separates his shoulders. The doctor says he's got a separated shoulder. He starts putting his pads back on. I said, Kenny, what are you doing? So I'm going back in the game. I can't let my teammates down. Played 2.5 quarters in the Pro Bowl with a separated shoulder.
Coach, you talk about 1984. I was 12 years old. And, of course, Ronnie Lott was my guy. But Kenny Easley was a guy that I pretended to be because he had so many interceptions, and he was just a phenomenal.
Did it all.
Yeah, both of you guys just lit up talking about him all day long. Let's send it back over to Maria Taylor.
All right, appreciate it, guys. And we are watching 2 games coming down to the wire. Right now, we are tied in Denver. And let's just take a look at the latest happening.
Well, Will Lutz, 54-yard field goal to tie it up. This is the fight for the AFC West. They're trying to dethrone the Kings. They got him on the ropes. They got the ball about midfield right now.
Yeah, their 3rd down defense got the Chiefs off the field. Another opportunity.
So we picking one on these 2 games? Is that the right play?
Marshawn, that's the only play.
Okay, I didn't know you was about that action.
Action? Yo, I radiate action, dog. See that bag? It's got 23 clubs, and I'm named every one. Thunder Sticks, the Widowmaker. This one, Barbara.
No, I'm going last.
Pick, predict, play. Download today. Get $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be
Tackling projects now means you can football Sunday.
We need a new fridge.
This one has craft ice on demand.
More ice than me?
4 kinds of ice, actually.
Gonna need a bigger bucket. Like this one?
Do you always have 2 bucket chains?
I do.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diane.
Hi, I just received my new Discover card. It says cash back on every purchase. What's cash back?
It's new. Buy what you need, earn a little extra back.
Even walkie-talkies, rope, and a baseball bat?
You betcha.
10 to 15 pumpkins? That works.
Absolutely.
How about flowers?
What he meant to say was flamethrower.
Oh,
everything you do behind the scenes sets the stage for their big day. You are a fighter, and this is your reward. Medalla, the mark of a fighter.
Aha! I knew it! You are stealing my Jersey Mike's gig.
Danny, it's just because Jersey Mike's is an sponsor in the NFL. I'm not taking your gig.
Now you're taking my look.
This is how I dress.
My glasses. I've been looking for those.
I wear glasses. I have astigmatism.
I'll give you astigmatism.
Everyone else said Eli.
I gotta go.
Oh, this ain't over, Manning.
Make Jersey Mike's a game day thing.
Jersey Mike's, a sub above. Doug.
There it is, Lemu, the 50-yard line. Soon we'll be telling the whole stadium how Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance. To save people hundreds! Looks like we're walking.
Get him a hat. Only pay for what you need.
Football Night in America is brought to you by Lowe's. Tackle your to-do list early to earn your Sunday.
So Dan Campbell taking on a new role as offensive play caller. Guess what? He's got a new look, and it's taken the world by storm. Look at the glasses. They even showed up on his Victory Monday coffee run with his wife Holly. Oh, he's memeable too, showing up on the Lion. And guess what? Jason had a chance to catch up with Dan Campbell just a while ago.
Hey, good to see you.
Yeah, you too.
Hey, you took over the play calling. You mentioned that you wanted to find a better rhythm for the offense. You certainly had it last week. How do you maintain that rhythm tonight against this defense?
Well, we got to mix it up, man. It's a tough defense. They're aggressive, starts with their front. They're sticky in coverage. But I like our guys. You know, it's like every week, right? You got to get the O-line lathered up. You got to get 16 in a rhythm. You got to get it in the hands of your playmakers, and then just get out of the way and let them do the rest.
Yeah, it's a good formula. Hey, how would your game day change now that you call the plays?
Well, I mean, it requires a little bit more, as you know. Just trying to stay on top of all the other two phases, but then really make sure that you dot all the I's, you cross all the T's offensively. For every situation come up, so that you give your guys an answer. But I'll say this: I got a great staff, and then they help me big time. That's all. John Morton is still a huge part of what we do. I mean, he sets his game plan up, and he's in my ear the whole time, as well as the other staff. So, sometimes, hey, that's part of the gig.
Yeah, no doubt. You and I both have played in some amazing games here, and coaches have amazing games. This is a wild atmosphere. Have you shared some of the stories? What kind of wisdom do you give your team?
Well, I said a couple of things, but honestly, it was kind of uneventful coming in here. We didn't normally they drive you around the stadium to get here. We just pulled right up. I'm like, well, that's uneventful.
We both were sitting on a bus a long time ago, and hit the windshield.
Yes, I miss those days.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Go get it tonight.
All right, appreciate you, JG. Yeah, you too, brother.
All right, no egg on the face of Dan Campbell, but we might have to put a little egg on your face, Jason, because we talked about Dan Campbell and the glasses, but I mean, come on, buddy. You're reading glasses when you were playing college.
I thought we were
Wow, look at that.
Do the glasses make you a better play caller? Is that what it is?
The issue is when you're coaching, you want to see far, but then when you're calling plays, you got to read this.
Okay, I was just wondering. Okay, we'll get you out of it now. We'll go to the Ravens. They're looking for their fourth straight win after starting the season 1-5. Guess what? They're taking on the Browns. You probably don't want to see them coming right now. Ravens down 3. Jackson's pass. Batted up.
Didn't start good for the Ravens. They pumped the punt, gave the Browns a field goal, and then you see here, screen pass to Keaton Mitchell, Devin Bush catches it, interception, boom, and all of a sudden Cleveland's kind of in control of the game and up 13-3.
That's Jackson's first interception since returning, and now he's sacked by Myles Garrett. We mentioned it before.
I mean, is this guy getting better with age or what, guys?
He's
an alien. It's
aging like
unbelievable.
fine wine. 4 sacks today, 15 sacks on the year. He leads the NFL. Dylan Gabriel's out, guys, so Shedeur Sanders making his first snap as an NFL player, as quarterback.
Awesome to see it. It's not the best situation to go into against this team. They're desperate. He holds the ball there under pressure, gets sacked, and then you know what that happens. Lamar starts to get going on the offensive side of the ball. He found Zay Flowers for some big plays here, and this allowed them to get the game to 16-16, and then we saw this play a few minutes ago. Big tush push, little kick out block, and look at Mark Andrews taking to the house,
23-16 right there.
Yeah, so then after this, really all you have to do is hold it down on defense. Shador would get one more opportunity to keep this game alive on 4th and 5.
Yeah, made a few nice throws to get him down here, even a nice scramble. But again, under pressure, nobody open. Ravens win one, they had a win. Big time for them.
Yeah, like we said, looking to stay alive in the AFC North. All right, the Bengals taking on the Steelers. That's who's leading the North right now. Rodgers, he actually gets injured right here on this play, JG.
Yeah, he gets hit by Miles Murphy, comes down on that left wrist. He played the next play, but then he was out of the game and he didn't come back.
Yeah, didn't return in the second half. Mike Florio will have more on Aaron Rodgers. To the third quarter we go. And here's Flacco's turn. This is the Unk Bowl. Everyone's over 40 if you're playing quarterback, by the way.
This was a shootout a few weeks ago. This was the farthest thing from it. Flacco right to Duggar, Devin's old teammate. Duggar finishing, cut back inside. A big play for the Steelers defense.
A pick six for 73 yards into the house. All right, Mason Rudolph, you're up, replacing Rodgers. Playing well.
Every time Mason Rudolph gets a chance to play, it goes in there. He's effective, throws it to the right guy, finds Gainwell in the flat. Turned into a blowout. 2 defensive touchdowns. There's Rodgers in the tunnel.
Yeah, he's only dapping people up with that right hand. As you can see, the left looks like there might be a break on it's in his pocket. Mike Florio, what's the latest on Aaron Rodgers?
Well, it was a left arm injury, and during the game, the team said it was his hand. After the game, Coach